Hello, and welcome to another first look. Unbelievable. Two in a singular week. What the heck? I wanted to cover this game, Mini Motorways. I've been playing a lot of it. I really enjoy it, and I wanted to make a quick video about it. I've been trying to add more variety to the channel through this series, and the problem is just that I haven't seen games that I went, oh yeah, I want to cover that on the channel. And I played this game and I went, yo, this game's super fun, so I'm gonna cover it. I feel like I've been staying into the niche of card games on the channel, and I want to branch out and play something that isn't a card game for you and show it to you because this game is super good. This is by the same people who made Mini Metro back in like 2015, I think. I did not play that game. However, I heard it was very good. I looked at this one and I went, I want to try that. I picked it up and it was really good. And here we are. I don't have a whole lot of history. I was not provided a key for this one. I did buy this one myself. No problem with that, of course. But, you know, at the start of the Banners of Ruin video, and at the start of any video where I get a key, I have to tell you, and I would always tell you. But in this one, I did not, and I want to make sure that it's clear that I did not get one and forget to tell you. Anyway, start off, I'll run you through the options menu real quick. Pretty good options. I'm going to show you the day mode so you can see it. However, beware, it is going to become very bright for a moment. So be ready for that. This is the day mode as well. So there's two color palettes for the game. You got nice and bright, and then you got dark mode. The interesting thing is that the music changes based on which mode you're in, which is pretty cool. There's a colorblind mode, there's a toggle for the drawing of roads, which I'll show you. I have not used this ever, but this exists in case you want to play in a different way. Video settings, there's an option to turn off menu transitions in case they make you feel unwell, which I have already turned off. Full screen resolution, anti-aliasing, all of that. Volume is just volume and soundscape. I don't believe there's an option to increase or lower the music, but I have not looked too closely at that, as the music is pretty quiet and it's not acting as the forefront. I haven't really messed with it. I see, and it's not actually a slider, it's just full or quieter. Okay. So beware of that. It's not as adjustable. You have to probably adjust this in your system. Not that big of a deal. Languages, of course, I'll just leave this screen up. You can pause in case your native language is not English. You can see if they have your native language in here. Does this have it? Oh, there it is. I was like, it has Portuguese, but does it have Spanish? Because, like, why would it not? I didn't see it there. And then controls, you have three options. You can play with mouse, you can play with keyboard, or you can play with controller. You don't have to choose before. You can switch between keyboard and mouse, and maybe controller and mouse, but I haven't tried that. But there is controller support as well. So yeah, quick run through of the options menu. I think they covered most of what you would want, and let's get to it. So the game works on these map systems, and each map has a different set of like parameters. So for example, from what I understand, and it's not super well laid out for you, something that, like, I wish that you could look at the technical aspects of each map and be like, okay, so this is what's different on this map. But I think that Dar es Salaam, and if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize, believe that this map expands faster based on the keep up with the rapid growth, and by that I mean, like, you'll see when we get into it, but I think that this map zooms out faster and there's more space to cover, whereas, oh, pardon me, I accidentally clicked off. Beijing here we are. Beijing expands a lot slower, the map zooms out a lot slower, but there's a lot more buildings to connect. So we're gonna play on LA. This is like the 1-1. I feel like you can start on any of these, Beijing, LA, or Tokyo, and then you unlock the rest of the maps as you go. You can see I have 4 more to unlock. Unlock system is pretty easy. Just do well in the map before and you unlock the next map. Pretty good number of maps to unlock. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it appears. And yeah, let's get to it, shall we? So we'll play LA. I have played a pretty good amount. So basic starter here. We go, oh, pardon me, I'll draw this out and then I will tell you what's going on here. So, houses spawn and destinations spawn, and you have tiles at the bottom here. We have road tiles. You can see it's a grid-based system like this. and you draw pathways between the houses and the destinations. When a car reaches its destination, it picks up a pip, which is what they are going to get there, and you get a score. And then that's basically it. We also have bridge tiles, which is the other option here. Bridge tiles let you cross rivers or other water options. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. The early game's pretty slow, but you'll see it gets pretty chaotic very quickly. And yeah, the main goal of the game is to make it so that the city is efficient enough that you're not overwhelmed by traffic, people can get to their destinations. The lose condition is when too many people want to get to the destination and can't get there in a certain amount of time, i.e. there's like 7, so I think it's 6 spaces, and then the buildings can upgrade to have more. And also there's other colors. So here's purple who wants to go, and now you can already see it's going to get to be a little messy because these guys got to slow down. Team Orange has to slow down to go through the intersection, and it gets out of control pretty quickly, is what I have seen in my experience. And yeah, so other things of note, top right here, you see the little meter. We can pause the game if you want to pause and rebuild your city. You can do whatever you want with this. And then we can just rebuild it if we want to. Worth noting that if someone's on the path, you can't delete the tile that it's on. Well, you can, but you won't actually get the tiles back until they finish their trip. So until this orange car and these purple cars return to their houses, we don't actually get these tiles back. I'm not going to redo this city, I just wanted to illustrate. For the controls, it's very simple as well. It's just left click and drag to draw roads, and then right click to delete. This is normal speed, and then there's also faster speed. I could rebuild this actually and make it a little bit cleaner, but for the purposes of this, I don't think I will. Although, I'm not sure if I'll do a full runs if I play on fast speed and I go as quickly as I can. This will probably be about 20 minutes, so we'll see. At the end of every week, you get a choice of additional tiles, basically. So every Sunday, when every Sunday completes, you get new tiles. We can choose one special tile, and then you get 20 roads. I'll take the bridge here. It feels like bridges are pretty necessary. Here, you know what? I will rebuild this. Now that I got this bridge, I'll do it. Just this once. So I personally like to, early on anyway, I like to keep the colors separated because it feels a little more efficient if purple doesn't have to go through, or basically it feels a little more efficient like this because now orange doesn't have to go through all those intersections to get to its destination, right? They just have a direct path. But is this optimal? I'm not really sure. That's pretty nice though. Trying to avoid 4-way intersections is also pretty good. You don't have, you can draw, I'm drawing to make things look pretty. It's been a habit I've been building, but you can draw to make things look like this, just for efficiency's sake. You can draw direct diagonals like this, but I haven't been doing that lately. I know it's probably a little more efficient, but it looks ugly, so I've been playing it like this. And it's fine. Mechanics-wise, the way that it works, I want to describe this because it's not explained anywhere and it's a little unclear. Not really unclear, but so the way that it works is cars don't choose a destination and then go to that. If you watch, the destination will pop up a ping, which are what I'm going to call I think they're just pings. I don't know what else to call them. The destination will pop up a ping, and then the nearest available car will go to that ping to pick it up. So, as you'll see, these two back houses, until we get up to 5 requests, they will not actually go anywhere. Just something useful for you to know for your planning. Yeah, we have to make this look a little gross because, you know, out of road tiles. Once you're out of road tiles, you just kind of sit and wait. It's a very slow and very relaxing game. The sound design in this game is excellent. I'll turn it up a little bit because I can see that I'm significantly louder. I'll do like I did in the Banners of Ruin video, and I will just be quiet for a section and let you hear all the things that happen in this game because the sound design is very nice. I'll do it at the start of the next week. I'll turn it up just a touch as well so you can hear it for sure. And then I'll turn it back down once I'm talking again. But eventually, as time goes on and you get your city bigger and bigger, you're not going to be able to keep everything separate like this. Houses will start to spawn in awkward locations and things will get to be very messy. But in the early game, it's nice to just keep everything separate. And you can kind of, I try to separate it. Eventually, as more color spawn, it'll be like, okay, so this is going to be the orange and white section. I'll take the roundabout. I like taking roundabouts, and it'll be nice to show it off. So roundabouts you can just put down as a special tile, and they will. They're good for traffic, but I've also seen them become extremely congested. So I use them typically where I would put a four-way intersection instead. I would put a roundabout, and a lot of times once you get up to like the 1,000 to 2,000 range, these will just super congest. I'm gonna go ahead and go to big here, and I'm gonna turn the game up and be quiet for like a minute or two. Yeah, and then you can get a better feel for how everything sounds. This is how it'll sound if you don't have some idiot talking over it nonstop. It's a very nice sounding game. Very subtle, but all of the sounds are very nice. I'm gonna grab a motorway. Two reasons. One, everything is terrible, and two, this is gonna help us. It's like a temporary fix to a big problem we have. Lots popped up, so I need to pause and reorganize here. I was gonna use this roundabout, but then we got this motorway instead. So motorways, they work differently than regular roads. This is another type of special road. We put down the motorway, and then we drag it, and that goes over everything else. It's very nice, but it also causes a lot of traffic congestion if a lot of places are trying to use it. But this will let us bypass just cutting across all of our city here right now, which is nice. And now white gets a quick path to its destination. I'll let this go for like 20 to 30 minutes of gameplay, and then I will wrap up the video is what I'm thinking here. It'll be enough for you to, you probably have a pretty good feel for it. You've seen the game more or less, but I want to show off the later sections of the game, something that I feel like kind of gets neglected in these videos because deck builders go very long when you're explaining everything. I'd like to show off a little bit of a later portion where the city's more built out. If you haven't noticed, I should point out as well, slowly it zooms out as time goes on. It's very slow, but if you look closely, you can see it happening. And that's always going to happen. Every map does this, as far as I'm aware. It's as time goes on, it'll open up more areas for the game to expand to, basically. And as more areas open up, more colors spawn in. Things get weirder and weirder. It's important to know the part about nearby destinations, though, because what you'll realize is if orange starts spawning in the top right, like this guy right here that just spawned, great example, thank you, buddy. Take traffic lights, because I haven't taken any yet. Traffic lights are kind of weird, but let me finish this first thought. When units start to spawn like this, there's no feasible way that these two houses are ever going to end up going over to the current orange locations because there's so many locations closer already. So you can just leave these off on their own. And eventually, what this usually signifies to me is that an orange destination is going to pop up somewhere over here. Now, I will put down a traffic light. Traffic lights are interesting to me in this game because initially I thought they were worthless. I thought they didn't do anything. However, as I've played more, I've realized that's not the case. What traffic lights do is a lot of my fail states include just getting locked. Like there's too much traffic in an area and everyone locks up, and traffic lights stop that. So if you have an area that's heavily trafficked, particularly four-way intersections, if you put a traffic light in it, it stops the game from completely locking because too many cars are trying to go through it, which is a good thing, as you can imagine. Purple already has to go across, but this is bad. So I'm gonna pause and think about this for a second, if you don't mind. I think I might want to... It's gonna be a bit long, but we're gonna try this. I'm gonna connect these purples that just spawned to the motorway, and I'm gonna connect them back. I'm just gonna connect them over to the other purples. And now these guys can take the motorway over here. Never mind. These guys are never going to need to go that way. I was wrong. You can connect the houses like this, by the way. Something else I guess I should point out. I didn't really talk about it, but every house spawns with a single road. You don't have to spend a tile, and you can change the direction they face. However, destinations spawn, and you cannot change the way that they're facing. Maybe this bridge is going to be a big choke point, I expect. So like I can move this house to face any of the 8 directions. However, I cannot reposition the destinations. Give you guys a direct line here. That'll be fine. So 2 things that I wish this game had. I wish I could hide this and look at my city real quick. I understand I cannot, but it would be nice. It'd be nice to take a look and go, okay, this is what I need. I'm gonna grab a motorway here. And I also wish that I could zoom in. This is the one... If I have one thing that I would add to this game, it would be really nice if I could zoom in and just look at my city a little closer in places. You can't move the map at all. It's a fixed, slow zoom out. But maybe we'll connect these guys. Maybe these guys can go to each other's houses now and hang out. It doesn't happen, but... Yeah, I wish that I could zoom in and just look at parts of the city. It's not even something from a mechanic standpoint that I need. I just want to do it because I want to look at my cool city. This guy is going to be annoying. I'm going to put roads behind him so you can manipulate where the houses spawn by placing roads like this. This is just going to stop a house from spawning directly behind. I have to use a motorway here. I don't have a bridge to go over the river. I'm just going to use the motorway anyway until I get a bridge. I can replace this later. I'll just give them a direct motorway to the destination. When I have a bridge, I can draw a line straight down and it'll be a lot more efficient, but I don't have a bridge right now. So far, though, my feelings of this game are that it is very good. What the hell is it? Who's this? Who is this? Who moved in here? Unbelievable. Yeah, my feelings of this game are that it's extremely good. It's very fun. I've found myself playing it a lot lately. It's very satisfying. Starting to get a lot of pings over here. I'm gonna connect these guys to the system. These oranges that are just sitting over here. Just in case. Yeah, this game's really fun. It's very satisfying and it's easy to just sit down. This game is getting me with the one more run where I sit down and I go, yeah, I'll play one more real quick, and then suddenly it's 2 in the morning. And I'm still playing and I'm having a good time. Because every time I finish a run, I go, I could have made that better. Like just a slightly better outcome and I would have had it. Bridge, good. I do want to show off the roundabout at some point. I just haven't really had a good place for it yet. LA, like some cities seem to be better for certain options than others. Like LA, I find myself having less uses for roundabouts, but the roundabouts have to be placed in a 3x3, so you can see, I could put one here, but I couldn't put one right up against this house because it needs three tiles each way to actually connect. This feels like I could do better here. Every time I look at my cities in this game, I just go, yeah, I could do this better, I bet. I don't know why I deleted that. I was thinking I was going to drag this down and connect here, but that's ridiculous. That's just absolutely absurd. Yeah, I'll go to 2x speed and we'll just chill. Our city's looking good. You can tell where problem areas are going to be when pings start to accumulate. I can see it already. The orange circle building is going to be our big problem. I didn't even mention that these buildings upgrade, but I don't know what causes it, but occasionally buildings will upgrade. They'll get more pings, but they also have more time. So regular buildings have 6. Oh my god. This is bad. I think as more houses spawn, more pings happen also. We're just gonna motorway these guys in. Because more pings are gonna start spawning than can be handled. And so we'll just connect this orange group here to Orange Town. I could also connect these two, actually. So the thing about it is that they will always, they being the cars here, will always take the shortest path to their destination. And so if I want these guys to go on the highway, even though it might not be the shortest path for them to get there, if I were to connect them to this, or they might be faster technically, they're going to not cause as much congestion taking the highway, right? So overall, you're going to be faster is my feeling. Yeah, you can also wiggle the highways around because you have to see what's under them, but also because it's fun. And they got a little physics on the highway for when you let it bounce. Extremely good touch. I'm gonna use a roundabout here, actually, right here. And then I can. Is it great? Maybe. It just lets me connect this gray type unit into the gray destination here. Yeah, this orange circle is going to be our big stopper. And I got these traffic lights, and this is usually how I am with traffic lights. I take them and then I don't know where to put them. It depends a lot on if you design your city well or not. My hypothesis is that if you design your city well enough, you'll never need traffic lights, but I'm still bad. Other fun things you can do with traffic lights include, oh, now I gotta take a second and figure out what we're doing here. I have 28 tiles. I think that my best option here, yeah, with how this is looking, I'm just gonna go ahead and connect right on over to here. Now, with this connection to bring purple into the fold, will these two orange houses turn? That's the real question. It looks like they won't. Oh, well now I need them to be connected. There's another house, another destination spawned here. It gets, like, especially if you're trying to go fast and you're just sitting on 2x speed, it gets really overwhelming. And the game will catch me off guard a bit. Sometimes weird things like this happen though, where these two white houses spawned and one white destination spawned, and then nothing else spawned for white. And it's just these two houses going to this one place. And that is fine, but also surprising. What can I do about this? Because this, I feel like we're losing a lot of time because they're having to go around here. I'm gonna try this. Actually, I have to make a hard turn to get in there. That just upgraded, huh? So my hypothesis for the upgrades, sorry, I'm a little scattered with this game, but that's just how it is, because I'm going to continuously get distracted by it. My hypothesis with the upgrades was that it takes a specific number of the building type to cause an upgrade, but we had 3 whites and this just upgraded to higher tech. Maybe it upgrades instead of spawning in a new destination of that type. That might be it. And it seems like things spawn in phases, so this upgraded to a level 2 white, and then a bunch of white houses started spawning at the same time. Interesting, huh? I will play this run to completion. My city isn't particularly efficient, and if I spend some time on 2x, I'll sit on 2x and I'll pause when things need to be changed. Overall, though, you can probably tell my feelings about this game. I've said it a few times, but the game is very fun. It's very satisfying to just sit here and watch your city go when things are doing well. And it's fun to try and fix it when things are going poorly. And the sound design is great. I really don't have many complaints. I think this game is definitely worth your while. It is $10 on Steam right now, and it's really good. I would recommend. I believe, I don't know for sure, but I believe that at some point they will probably add in... Okay, I need to change how this is again, by the way. Because now white is taking way too long to get here, so we're going to try to move this motorway. Yeah, it's not quite good enough, right? I'm going to try and move this motorway connecting top right here, and then we're going to point white towards it a little more. Like this should help. I think this should help, and then I wanna try and avoid four-way intersections, but we can't here. Game is $10, and it's not a lot. There's not a ton of content, right? It is the same gameplay loop over and over, but the gameplay is very fun, and that's what matters. This four-way intersection I've created is getting a light. And another motorway, maybe it'll help. You can see the motorways, they come with less... yeah, because these guys are... Gray's getting hamstrung now, too. The motorways come with less tiles because the motorway itself is pretty strong, but I also think they might be a little bit of a hindrance because they cause a lot of traffic in areas. This area on the left here is very problematic because you have 3 destinations all linked together. And I'll connect purple here. Does anyone take this road, by the way? I might be able to get rid of it. Slow down. I think no one... You can tell nobody's taking it by deleting it and then seeing that it doesn't leave behind a little ghost road. Nobody takes that road. Could draw a line here. Can I sneak you along the coast? I can sneak you along the coast without a road. What I would probably try to do if I had more forethought... I could sit down and restructure this whole design. I don't think I'm going to, because I'm not sure it'll be better. I find myself doing that a lot when I play this on my own. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to sit here and fully restructure, but what I could potentially do here to help myself along is, first of all, this is hell. In the top right here, this area under the highway is absolute hell I have created. 100%. But let's throw a roundabout there, why not? I should change this. Actually, maybe I can easily change this by just connecting blue around a little. I can't move the edges of the highway, so I can't see for certain. You know what I'll do? I got it. I will... So blue's all here. What I'll do is I'll give blue its own road. Yeah, I'll give blue its own road here, because there's no... White never should have to go along this way. So I could even delete all of this now, and now that should separate and stop the traffic from becoming problematic up here. This is where it would be nice to zoom in, actually. I can see, but being able to zoom in and look at the finer details of this road area would be very nice and very helpful. Something else spawned in up here, top right. Oh, just drop a motorway and deal with that. You can connect the motorways directly, but I don't like to because it looks weird. There's actually going to be a ton of traffic in this neighborhood in the bottom of Gray. Going to be a lot of problems with that, but now they have a highway. Let's go to 2x and see how it works out. You can see all the traffic that's having to use the light here. Without this light, it just would become extremely clustered here. Got stuck between cluttered and clustered. I could maybe cut this four-way off. The problem is, usually I like to do staggered three-way intersections, but I can't do that here because all of these destinations spawn together. I don't know exactly what they are. Some people call them shopping malls. Initially I said office buildings. I've taken to just calling them destinations because that is technically correct. We're gonna see the lose state here pretty soon, and then that'll be fine. We got a decent score. A high score in my mind is around 2,000 right now. Top score is you can reach a point where you're stable, basically, in this game. So, let me pause. I want to explain all of this. You can reach a point where it stops zooming out and your city is stable more or less, and then it's just idling the game to get whatever the highest possible score is, which right now people have gotten to around 200,000. But it really is. There's nothing more to it once you top out. So around 1,000 to 2,000 has been a good score. I think you get an achievement for 2,000, and then you get an achievement for 1,000 in that front. So the lose state, as you can see on the gray building on our left here, they have had more requests than people could get there. And so it pops up this timer and you see excess requests. To stop the timer, once the timer fills up, you lose the game. To stop the timer from filling up, people have to go and take out the requests that are becoming excess, and then the timer will start to tick down and it'll recover. It's pretty close, and I don't think we'll lose off of this, but... So I'm thinking about it, right? Where's Gray coming from? Gray's coming from over here right now, because all of these Grays are going middle or top right or top middle. So to get left, it's got to be these 4 houses. This is a traffic hellscape over here. Just an absolute nightmare zone. I would throw a roundabout at it, but I can't because there's too many destinations. Ultimately, it's pretty unlucky, I feel like, that all of these destinations lined up like this. What I'm going to try here is I'm going to try separating on this link, shatter the link, and that should make the traffic a little easier to manage. Orange is going to have more to go around, but I think that orange will be okay, because I don't think people using the highway are really going here. Oh, they are. And now they're getting confused because they can't get to their destination because I broke it off. Oh, and also white's filling up. Yeah, you see the motorway here is causing a ton of traffic congestion now. There's people just stuck on the motorway. Time to completely remodel it while they're on the motorway. I'm gonna try having the motorway feed into the roundabout. Maybe that'll fix it. I don't think it will. I think we're going to be dead here soon. But you never know. I'm just gonna let it go on fast speed and see what happens now. I'm not going to make any changes. Whatever happens, happens. Oh, right, the roundabout doesn't connect. They're having to go super long here. I see. That's my bad. I thought this roundabout was connecting to the destination here, but that is just factually incorrect, and that's my bad. We have enough getting there that we might just barely survive. Oh yeah, you can see the timer ticking down there if you didn't notice it earlier, and then a new one pops up, and then the new one gets taken. Gray's getting a little, like, we're just getting congested everywhere. The roundabout is now bad, right? This is the other thing I found. Roundabouts seem really good, and then you get to this point where the roundabout is full, and you get stuck. And I don't really know what to do about it, because I can't put traffic lights in there. I think that in this case, it is just doomed. This is a deadlock, and we're going to lose off of it, right? People just can't go. Because we put a light here, maybe, and that'll help. Oh yeah, the light here might help. We're just stuck in this area. It's because too many houses spawned here. And now they're all, and too many houses and also this motorway. And it's just causing a lot of trouble. But we're going to end somewhere around 1,500, which is pretty good, it looks like. Surprisingly, purple is going to be our stopper here. I thought it was going to be the downtown hellscape on the left, but it's the downtown hellscape on the right. Look at that. I guess in the middle, right's blue, and blue's doing great. There's way too many pips, though. We're definitely going down. There's a lot of pips, and I didn't reconnect purple over here. And also gray is getting locked up. Although the traffic light did clear up this deadlock, so you can see that. Another traffic light up in the top here might help, but having this neighborhood connect to the top right neighborhood is a killer. And yeah, we'll just take the L. This is a good run, though. I feel pretty good. That's about my average right there, which is not bad, considering I was talking and going fast. I'm happy with that performance. Maybe we get to 1,600? I think that's it. Just the bridge locked us up too. Oh, surprising. 1,596 final score. End of game, you can press restart, you can exit the menu. There's a screenshot mode for when your run ends. You can take a screenshot and show what ended it, and it'll pop up your numbers as well. One other thing I wanted to mention, but forgot to mention over the course of this video, is that this game does have a save and quit feature. So here, I'll illustrate it real quick at the end here. So I'll just draw this road here. And from within the game, you can go back. You can switch off night mode, and you can also mute the game. You can take a screenshot. I don't know what this button does, and I'm afraid to click it. But if you go main menu, and you back to the main menu, you can then hit resume here, and it'll pick up where you left off. So if you're halfway through a run and you gotta go do something else, you don't have to leave the game open, you can hop to the main menu and pick up where you left off. And yeah, that's it. That's everything that I feel like I wanted to cover. Closing thoughts, this game is very worth. I'm a big fan, especially for the price point. It is a great time. And yeah, I thought it was going to be more relaxing, but as it turns out, managing traffic is stressful sometimes. But if you play on slow speed and you just kind of draw your roads and you don't care too much, it'll be a great time and very relaxing. But if you're trying real hard not to lose, it can get a little chaotic towards the mid to late game, which is fine too. And yeah, I think that covers it. I think that's everything I wanted to say. I would recommend this game, absolutely. It's very fun. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.